I am Lewis Perry. That is that Wonder Woman Jamie Dolan. This is our final show of August, our final show before we go nationwide to Colorado Springs Comic Con. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. With the people that we are going to be working with now, the full panel schedule is up on the Colorado Springs website. I can't wait. We got a full lineup for us. I mean, we're going to be talking to a horror legend. We're going to be talking to classic TV legends. We're going to be talking to people that I used to sit there and sing along with as a kid. We're going to be talking to people from a galaxy far, far away. We're going to be talking to re-talking to some badass people that kind of turned me down from joining their MC because I didn't have the right tattoo. But hopefully, this tattoo will get me in this year. Man, I can't wait. And we're going to be meeting new people, new friends. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's going to be great. We got comments coming in already. And Joe McDonald says, "Hey, kids, the countdown is on. Tick tock, tick tock."
I
Yes.
just can't believe it's next week already. I'm not
I
mentally
know.
prepared for this. I am so not mentally prepared for this.
Me neither. I mean,
But
no
I
way.
did buy my little aspirins today so I can start taking that so I don't get altitude sickness.
Well, I started taking.
Yeah.
I mean, we had so many people texting. Everyone's so worried about you. I got
And I
people texting me.
got stuff so I don't get sick on the plane, hopefully. So, yeah.
Joe Goulart says that
Yeah.
he loves the commercials, and Aviva says, "Good evening, good
Hi,
evening, Aviva."
Aviva.
Now, Aviva, $1.290. I'll have to explain that sometime to you, but $1.290 is something. Jamie's saying, "What the hell is $1.290?" I'll explain it to Jamie
I would
later
say
on,
it's
but
not even a number.
yes, it is. It is a number. $1.290 is something that I was grown up with. My mom and my aunt Karen would always say when we were in the store, we would walk through a store and say, "How much is this?" And it was $1.290. You don't have enough. Put it back. So we would put it back. And it was just like a made up number. So that's why I was doing that to my
Okay.
nephew on Saturday. Yeah, I had a family reunion during Free Comic Book Day. My
Well,
my
that's cool.
niece and nephew, yeah, my niece and nephew showed up with my brother and my sister-in-law to Alternate Universe Milford, and they surprised me. And what was really cool was my niece is a huge geek. Now they live down in Milford, which is 15 minutes
Okay.
away
Oh, so that's
from
cool.
Eric. Now I feel real bad because I didn't know that they lived that close to Eric's store. Eric started, Eric Yaku
Yeah.
started giving me crap like, "You come here once a month," and I was like, "Oh man," I felt like that big. So I bought the kid stuff. I bought Alyssa. She's a huge fan of the Umbrella Academy. I bought her um, Volume 1. She was like all happy, but she, believe it or not, you know what she's interested in?
What?
ElfQuest.
No way.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell her that we know Richard. I did not tell.
What?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I didn't. I didn't because she was looking at the big book and I was like, she goes, "I really like that one." I'm like, "Yeah, you can just keep walking. I'll get you something else." I didn't tell her, but I was thinking maybe I would surprise her, get her the big book, and next time we see Richard, have him autograph for her.
Well,
But
hopefully
she
you
was.
didn't watch the show because you're spoiling your surprise.
Ooh,
Hmm.
Alyssa, I didn't say anything. Shut up. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I
Okay.
did. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And Aviva says, "Yeah, a family. Yeah, it is an inside family thing." And Joe McDonald comes back, and Joe McDonald is saying, "Oh, Liz Ellis, saying, have
Hi,
fun in
Liz.
Colorado." Yes, Liz, how you doing? Yeah, hopefully we'll have a blast. We're going to be extremely busy, and yeah, hopefully. And Joe McDonald says, "Jealous."
That was to Joe
Yes.
because Joe Coolart said I will see Richard and Wendy this coming weekend.
Oh, well, make sure you tell them the Angry Geeks say hi. More so Jamie. I think Richard, more so Jamie than I. How about that? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and Liz, yeah, Liz, we love you too. So, Jamie, you do
Well,
homework.
first
Did you watch What
question.
If? What? Yeah,
No,
dear. I didn't. You didn't watch What
no, I
If?
did not. No,
Did you watch Titans?
no, because I left Thursday after work to pick up my child in New Jersey, and I didn't come home till last night. So I
Oh,
did go to the movies and watch Suicide Squad again.
I know. I text you. I knew. I really assumed when I
I
text
didn't
you.
tell you what I watched.
I
Did
knew,
I?
but I knew it though. I knew it, and I told Eric, during Free Comic Book Day, because everyone, they were asking me questions. Did Jamie get this straight? No, did Jamie did? And I was like, ah! I was like, you text her. No, I didn't say that. So when I texted you, you didn't text me back, and all of a sudden you did. She was in the movies. I was like, she went to see Titans on the big screen. And Sean Scott, big supporter of the Angry Geek Show, is saying hi from Daydreaming Comics. What's up, brother? How you doing? Joe McDonald said, "Oh, bad pun, my friend. Very bad pun." Joe McDonald says Titans was the bomb, and that's a bad pun, and we're not going to get into that because there is a spoiler.
Joe's a funny
And
guy.
yeah, and I want to say Chris Hebert says that started Titans on season 1. Holy crap, what a great series. Yes, it is. And Joe McDonald, yes, very much too soon.
Too
Let
soon,
me
Joe.
just say this.
Too soon.
Let me just say this about Titans. It was a shocker. They dropped 3 episodes last week. Rose and I binge watched. It even held her attention, so it's good. You know how we gauge things if it holds Rose's
Yes.
attention. Geek stuff. I sat there last Thursday when they dropped it. We watched all 3 episodes. Episode 3, the last episode, just blew me away. Blew me away, and I was again, wow, too soon. I was just floored. I could not believe how it ended. Yeah, it was just wow. Chandra has a comment. Jamie, I think this is directed toward you.
Yes. Chandra says, I need a Wonder Woman and Nubia photo this con season. Yes, 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 and all the yes. It's going to happen.
Okay, and Joe McDonald says the bomb. What? The
He said
bomb
the bomb
comment was
comment was
actually.
actually a Jay and Silent Bob reference.
I see. Okay. All right. So I'm giving right now season 3 of Titans, even though we're 3 episodes in. I'm digging it. I think it's fantastic. I can't wait for Thursday night to drop another couple episodes because it's just unbelievable. And now, what if Jamie?
Unbelievable.
I can't. I'm so surprised that you didn't watch What If. I'm digging it.
I
The
was
art
supposed
is
to
good.
see it. I was driving forever and
Oh, I'm
eating
sure.
all the food. And it was my Pop-Pop's 86th birthday party.
Oh,
So
happy birthday to Pop
I
Pop.
was
How about that?
I was very occupied. I made
Did you
most
have
of
any
my
food
2
while you were
days.
down there?
I had all the food, which is probably why my costume doesn't fit. Hey guys, guess what? Even though I'm so stressed out about, flying and all that stuff, my costume doesn't fit. And I know, I'm not fat, but I'm bigger enough to where my costume doesn't fit. So I have to figure out
You
how I'm gonna fit my costume within the next
you're
week.
you're you're
Oh,
muscular, and yes, I'm sure your costume fits you. Just
it
being
doesn't
you're
fit,
just thinking
Lewis. No, I
you'll be
tried to put it
fine.
on. It does not fit.
You'll be
Doesn't
fine.
fit.
You'll be
Doesn't
fine.
fit.
And,
Doesn't fit.
what does Joe
You're
McDonald
gonna have to.
say?
Well, he said we're gonna have to watch episode 5 in Colorado to discuss it with 2 of our guests. What you're really gonna have to do in Colorado is duct tape my costume to me.
If you say so. But
Yeah.
I'll put a lot of duct tape on it, and then you're gonna be yelling at me. You're probably gonna be yelling at me all weekend anyway. Lewis, no. Lewis, no. Lewis, no. Don't eat that. No, you don't need that. No. How are you gonna get that home? Lewis, no, you can't eat that. I
Yeah,
know it
see, and
already.
you're limited. You have restrictions because you are going home on a plane and you can only bring what fits in your bag.
No, you are incorrect, my sister. Because Eric has a tote, and he says whatever I buy, I can
No,
fit in the tote, and they will
no,
send it home with our camera
no,
equipment.
no, Eric, no. N, capital N, and I can't make an N. How do you make an N with your fingers? I can't do it,
And
but
see, even Joe Goulart says if it's too big, we have a truck.
Joe,
See,
stop it right
and
now. Do
Tom
not
Polo's
encourage
in the
this
house.
behavior.
Yes, and oh, Tom, no,
I was just,
no.
that's not really encouraging.
Hey, Jeremy, why don't you read Tom Polo's comment?
Did you just call me Jeremy?
I said, Jamie, why don't you read
Oh,
Tom Polo's comment? No,
that's
I would
not what
never
you
say that
said.
name.
You said, Jamie, don't worry about flying. Just remember Lewis makes airplane parts.
Not me. My crew does. Not me. I just manage the
Oh,
guys.
wait, can we jump to Aviva's comment really quick? Because, man, that is
Sure.
a
What does
burn and
Aviva
a
say?
half. Don't worry, Jamie. Lewis doesn't know how to ship anything.
Oh!
I'm sure Corey
Oh!
agrees.
That's pretty. Yeah, yeah.
That is so
No, take
good.
that comment down. It keeps popping back up. I wanted to get to Chandra's comment. I recommend chloroform to make Lewis behave. No, that should be on stage all alone. Like I was saying in the beginning, we have a full itinerary, and
We
we
do.
can't. No chloroform for me because no, I made a promise to Jamie that she won't be on stage alone like I did one other time to her. I kind of left her high and dry and say, "You'll
I'm
be fine."
not
I got.
really what you know what it is. It's my anxiety because I am so much a real life introvert, and I'm okay if I'm in my costume because I'm not really me. But if I can't get in my costume, uh,
No, but once you hit the stage though, I mean, we had this
oh, I turn it
discussion
off. I'm a
before.
good actor. Yeah, yeah.
And
Fake
Kevin
it till
is
you
back.
make it. Well, hey, Kev. Welcome back to the land of the living. Jeez,
Yes.
it's been like 3 weeks.
Yes, I know. Hello, Kevin. How are you, sir? Um, and Joe McDonald says you are Wonder Woman, and you totally got this.
Just provide
Um,
me with lots of coffee and water, and I'll be fine.
no, you will be fine. From what I was told when I was at the office dropping off our stuff, that we will be, and I'm sure Joe Squared will back me up on this. That I was told we are going to have a spread beyond all spreads in the green room to eat. That our sponsors are taking care of us,
I'm
and
not
there's
even
going to be.
worried about eating. I just need coffee and water.
Oh, I was told that there's going to be food upon food for us, so we're going to be okay. Yeah. So you didn't watch What If? I really dug it. Oh, and hold on one second. We have another comment. David Campbell.
David
Uh,
says, hello, David. Sadly, I can't jump in if he bails on you. People will constantly be offering you water. I have to say, any of the cons that we've been to with you guys, we've been treated so well. And this is
mhm.
not even like there's always somebody offering water or food or something. So, it's you guys are awesome in all
Yeah,
reality.
and yeah, and I mean that's not even one of before we even have our
That's what I
agreement.
was just gonna say. It was before we were really even involved, like
Yeah,
really
I
involved,
mean
like we are
they
now.
always treated
Yeah,
us that way. Joe says that he cannot confirm nor deny. So what does that tell you?
Kevin wants a
Anyway,
doggy bag. Kevin, I don't think anything will be delicious by the time my flight gets back. And no,
no.
no.
So anyway, what if I was just a little upset that the way it looks to me, it's going to be all what if of the MCU and not too much of the comic book series that we all know and love. But I really
But
enjoyed it.
does that surprise you,
No,
honestly?
no, 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 not really,
Because
not really.
you got to think they're still catering to those what you call the fair weather fans. And if
Correct.
they start throwing all these other things in there, people are going to be like, well, what is this?
Yeah, true. Very, very, very true. So no, it really doesn't surprise me. I dug it. The first episode was Captain Carter, and it kind of it's fallen into the timeline. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and I like it. I liked it a lot. I liked the artwork. I liked the style. And it was super captivating. The episode was like about 41 minutes long, maybe 45 minutes long, and it was really good. It was well put together, a perfect what if take on the Captain America legend, and I think you would love it. I certainly think you
So,
would.
Aviva, if you want to pull up her comment there, sir. I'm bossy today. Says
You're
it
just
doesn't
scared
just
for
look
next
like
week.
it is MCU. It actually says that in description. So she's saying in the description, it says it's not just MCU.
Oh, okay.
And you know what my
Hopefully.
problem is, I think, is because I'm not really a boss anymore at work. I'm an influencer now. So now my bossy pants got extra bossy when I'm not at work because I'm not allowed to be bossy anymore.
You boss me here. You're gonna boss me out there. You boss me on the show.
Somebody has to keep you under control.
Yes, I
And
know. And what does
Joe
Joe
Goulart
Goulart say?
says, all I will say, if your costume does not fit now, after 2 days of green room, it definitely will not fit. Well, I must
Oh,
say, I already got the scoop on the hotel gym, so I can plan my workouts. And I'm not saying what time I'm going, because I don't want anybody to watch me work out. But I will be behaving when it comes to my eating. Oh, she says
which
it
means
is
I'm
just
gonna have to
MCU.
behave because
I
she's gonna make
misread
sure
her
of it.
comment. Yeah, because you have to behave too.
Yes, I know. And Joe McDonald says bossy pants. And
That's
Donald
me.
says hi,
Hi,
Jamie and
Donald.
Lois. Well, anyway, you're gonna watch both episodes of What If this week. If you
Hey,
don't
and
watch
guess
it
what?
before we go.
I'm gonna have plenty of time on the plane to watch stuff too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You are
Yeah.
going to. You're gonna have to, and
Yeah.
definitely you're gonna have to watch Titans because we will be hanging out, palling around with two of the stars from Titans, and it's gonna be, dare I say, a blast. Pardon the pun. And
Do I have
I
to?
just
That means I have to watch like all of the seasons. How can I
no
do
no
that
no
in a
no not
week?
really.
No. Okay.
Well, you should because it's going to tie everything together
I
nightly,
just don't think I
nicely.
have that amount of time right now in my life. Things are just a little bit crazy.
Um, Donald says he wished the Angry Geeks was going to Fan Expo. Sorry, Donald. And Mark says the Watcher is a Marvel character. Yes, he is. And Joe Goulart, 85,
Oh yes,
88
Joe.
degrees
I was
predicted.
on top of the weather too, so I'm on top of it.
It's okay. I got the perfect pair of shorts that I'll be wearing both days. Jamie's going to absolutely love them. And
Well,
it's
first of all,
definitely
Lou, the con
my style.
isn't the con 3 days? Isn't it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Yeah, I got two pairs, three pairs actually. One
You
pair
said
you're gonna
both days.
absolutely love. Huh?
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt I'm going
Yes.
to love any of them.
Yeah, I picked them out and Rose
They're
just looked at me. This is Rose's exact
probably
comment.
bedazzled beyond belief.
Nope, no bedazzled. You're just
Mm.
colorful. And Rose, first of all, Cody said Auntie Jamie's gonna kill you. And Rose just looked at him and said, she's gonna go nowhere near you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And Sean Scott says, will we consider going to Philadelphia? Well, we would have to
I
probably
was
get
just
permission.
there this weekend.
We would have to get permission from our contract to see if we can go. But yeah, nothing's underneath the possibility. But yeah, we can if there's a con out there, we just have to get permission. And
There.
nothing.
I've always actually wanted to go to that con down there because that was like the big one when I was too afraid to go to cons when I lived down there.
That was the one a couple years ago that
Yes.
Stallone was at, wasn't it?
Yes. That's the one
Yeah.
you went to. Yeah.
Well, no, I went to Rose took me to walk up the steps for Rocky after I was able to
Yes,
walk
she did do that.
for my
Yeah.
yeah.
But wasn't that con in Philly that with the
Where
train
he
incident with Ali? Yeah.
yeah, where we were gonna go pick him up, and then
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't go. That was about one, but I don't think that was the con that Stallone was at though.
No.
No,
It would be
no.
nice too
Anyway, I
because I could
watched
just
the
stay at my mom's house and I wouldn't even have to worry about a hotel. Just crash her place like I always do. Hey, mom, I'm here.
I watched a new series yesterday. I actually got Starz, so I can watch it. Of course, new series starring Stephen Amell. We all know Stephen Amell from Arrow. This series is called Heels. It's about professional wrestling. Hooked after one episode. I loved it. It's just a fantastic story. Hold on one second. Joe Goulart came in with a brand new comment. All in
Lewis and Jamie and All in Feed out of here. Food on the grill. Joe, you enjoy your dinner.
and we will see you in 8 days.
Ocho dias is
Yes,
the
and
Spanish
Axel
way.
says Heels came out awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna give that one episode in. I'm gonna give the first episode right now 4.5 out of 5 Angry Geek Shields.
Wow.
I I want to watch it again. They tell you the inside scoop of professional wrestling. They were actually bringing up and dropping names in this. They were talking about behind the scenes of a family-owned wrestling business, wrestling promotion, about script writing and don't use the F word. And it was just a phenomenal first episode. I was really hoping that they would drop the whole season. And Stephen Amell,
Is it
it was
killing you
it,
to have to wait?
yeah, it is really it is because after the initial episode ended, I was like, no, I want it more. But what really bothered me, now this is going to
Well,
sound
now you
very
have
bizarre.
something to look forward to.
Yeah,
You
I
don't
got a
get
lot
that
of stuff to look
instant
forward to.
gratification of, all of it being put out at once.
Well, what I really like now, this is going to sound very weird, so I don't want to hear nothing from you or Aviva because Rose looked at me like
Come on,
weird, and then
Aviva,
she
we
kind
got
of
this.
I know, and then no, Rose looked at me weird, and then she agreed, and Cody agreed with me immediately. Was seeing Stephen Amell with his shirt off without scars and tattoos from Arrow was totally bizarre because you're so used to, from 8 years of seeing this guy with all
I
these scars.
thought you were going to say he was totally hot. So I didn't expect you to say bizarre. I don't think that that's weird.
No, but it was just like my brain couldn't wrap around it, because here he comes walking out, and I was like, what,
You're
because I
like,
was
wait
so
a
used to
minute. Yeah.
exactly, and he's also talking with a southern accent,
Oh,
and
he's talking
and
about me.
Aviva says that she thought the same thing.
Thanks. Thank you, Aviva. See, great
So
minds think
okay, all right.
alike.
When I did meet ML, I did fanboy out, okay, but not as bad as with Kevin Nash, but I did fanboy out when I met ML. Um, I It was just bizarre. My brain couldn't wrap it around it, and then instead of talking that whisper that he always talked, that really gruff voice that he talked on Arrow, he was talking with a southern accent, kind of like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He was talking like this, and it really like my brain started to work. I was like, why? Well, what the hell's going on? And it really freaked me out. But as the show progressed, it got really cool. And a lot of it had to do with a lot of backstage politics of not wanting to drop the belt and doing what's right for the business. And it got really old school where, okay, if you're not going to do the job, we're going to break your arm. And it was just really, really good, very riveting. and I loved it. I want another episode like now. If we
Like
had
now, he says.
like now, if they did drop the entire season, I probably would have watched. The second I came home, I would have started dinner, been in a chair watching another episode, not waiting for anyone. I would have just sat there and watched like I did the 3 episodes of Titans. I would have been on that television just watching it because it's fabulous. It is fabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it is. I highly recommend it. I mean, I got I bought the
I
Starz app.
feel like I just got nothing today because I had no time to watch anything except for Suicide Squad again.
So what did you think of the difference then? Let's talk about that. You
I
saw it on HBO
still love it. I
Max.
just so what I it wasn't something I noticed with the movie, but just in general, when I watch movies at home, apparently I don't pay attention and I missed a heck of a lot of stuff
Hmm.
because there was so much when I was sitting there in the movies and I'm like, I don't remember this part. I don't remember this part. So even though I was home and like when I watch movies and I'm home, I don't really go on my phone. I try not to. Like I try to just, be in the moment.
Hmm.
And I don't know what I was doing, especially towards the end of the movie, but maybe I don't think I was falling asleep, but at
I
home.
think
And
I
I
think
really
that
enjoyed it, but there's so many distractions. Like if the dog was barking or like, and I don't remember any of that happening, but I'm sure it did. Sitting in the theater, I just picked up on a lot more, I guess. I don't know.
well, see, I think that's why you didn't like WW84 because you watched it.
Possibly.
Yeah, see, now
And and I had such a hard time watching that. Remember I kept getting interrupted? Something what was
yeah.
happening? I was cooking
Well, it was
Thanksgiving.
Christmas. You were cooking
That's
Christmas.
what it was. I was cooking
You
Christmas
yeah.
and I you could be right. Now that we're talking about it, like I really was surprised how much I missed when I just watching it at home and I thought I was paying attention the whole time. So I don't, you know, it's
And
making
it
me
didn't
really
help with me.
and I was gonna go see the Green Knight because I really want to see that. But
Mhm.
we had plans and my stepdad wanted to take my son and I to the movies, but we had to go early because my kid's dad was coming over at 3, so he could say bye to him. So we had to be done by then. And the Green Knight, the first showing of it that day wasn't till like 4. So
Oh.
yeah, so I was like, well, why don't we just go see Suicide Squad? And you know, Jess was like, well, you already saw it. I'm like, I don't care. I'll watch it again. I liked it. You know, so that's how we wound up seeing that. But
Was I think it's because of the distractions. Now, that's why I seen WW84 on the big screen Christmas Day because if you remember,
I
I
remember,
sent you
yeah,
pictures. I sent you pictures of us in the theater because I got
yeah,
the
you
special
had
cup and
yeah,
all right, and then with Suicide Squad, I had to see that in the theater too. So I thoroughly enjoyed them both, like super much.
yeah.
Then I watched it. Suicide. I watched them both again at home, and I think it is the distractions. Even though you're at home,
And
you
I
still
didn't
have.
think I was getting distracted, but I actually was. And I think it's just those little things like the stop barking and the whatever else I can't think of, but it had to be something because especially
Unless it's
towards
under
the
the
end of the
right
movie,
circumstance.
there was so much that I missed. So I'm glad I saw it again
I
to
think
pick
it's
up.
un, unless it's under the right circumstances, or if it's a person that has no pets, or
You
where you
can't
don't
have
have
any. Well, and I think that's the other part of the thing. Like, so normally I like to watch movies in the basement, like down here where I am right now, because it's like my own little movie theater. And I typically don't get interrupted when the dog's down here with me. He lays down and sleeps. But when we're upstairs, there's, the windows, and there's squirrels and chipmunks and everything in the world to bark at because they're public enemy number one. And, people drive by. And so if I do watch anything at home like that from now on, I think it's going to be in the basement where I normally watch stuff and not upstairs.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I
focus
really think,
when I'm down here.
Yeah, it could be your cell phone going off. It could be a bunch of different things. It could be me
Right.
texting you out of the blue. Hey, did you see this, or did you do this? Hey, did you check that email? Or it could
Are
be
you alive?
anything.
Are you
Yes.
okay?
Are you alive? Hey, somebody's worried about you.
I'm not
It could
dead,
be
I swear.
it could be any of those things that just snap you
Right.
out of that escape moment. Whereas if you're in the theater, you got to shut off your phone, and there's
Right.
no talking because you don't want to
And
bother
there's
this person or
nothing
that
to
person.
distract you, really. I mean, other than having to really go to the bathroom, I'm not getting up
Mhm.
out of that seat for anything.
Yeah, if you think about it, and I'm sure all our listeners on the Earplug Podcast Network and all our viewers here are going to agree. When you go to a movie, you go to the movie to escape. So you're sitting there and you're immersing yourself into the story. You're becoming attached to these characters up on the screen. So you're invested. You're invested into
Yeah.
this 2.5 hour whatever story, and you're attached, you're there. While you're at home, it's easy to get attached to an hour long television program or a half-hour television program and get invested into that because you have these breaks, unless of course it's on like HBO or Starz or something like that. But then
Right.
it's a quick 40 minutes, it's a quick hour. And oh, look at this. So your Donald says that he totally agrees with me. Um,
You
so
say
you're
that like you're
I'm
surprised.
speechless. No. So since you're in the theater, you get that full theater experience.
Right.
Where at home anything can happen. A car can
Well,
go
and
by,
that's
somebody
just
blow a
it. Like,
horn.
and perfect example is like I will have laundry on. I hear the washer end, and I'll just get up and I'll go put the stuff in the dryer. And who knows what I miss, even though it's like not that long, but it's long enough where you're missing a whole. You'd be missing a whole thing happening.
That aggravated me yesterday during Heels. Rose is like, I want it. Rose loves wrestling, not just because of me. I think it's the one thing that does that we do have both in
Yeah.
common, because wrestling is sports. It's sports entertainment. It is what it is, but there is athleticism in it, and it's also hot guys as well. So let's just put that out there. So she loves watching wrestling with me, and she's also a huge Stephen Amell fan. So as we were watching it yesterday, she goes, I told her, I said, I really want to get Starz because I want to watch this show. She goes, no, go ahead. Go ahead. We're working into the budget. Don't worry about it. Just get it because I want to watch it as well. But as we're watching it, I couldn't wait to watch it. I was waiting for Cody to come home. We watched it yesterday afternoon. The second the kid came home from work, we're watching it now. I can't wait anymore because Starz is like HBO and everywhere else where they just drop it at midnight. Boom, here it is. Watch it.
Right.
Put it on. And she got up to go, the washing machine shut off or something. Something shut off. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, it's okay. I'm like, well, you said you wanted to watch. I just stopped it. I'm like, no,
Because
you're
if
gonna
she's
miss something.
anything like me, if
She
I
yelled
hear the
at me.
washer
Yes, she
go
did.
and I don't put it in the dryer, I will completely forget about it. I
Yeah,
will
and she kept.
completely, and then I'll have mildewy, gross clothes, and it'll be like, oh, where did all my work shirts go? Oh, crap.
No, she was like, don't shush me. Just play it. I'm like, well, you're gonna miss. And sure enough, she missed something. I was like, oh, what the heck? Let's watch it again. It's like, oh, don't, no, you can't. You can't do that. But it is definitely, the theater is the way to go. But it's sad to say that some of the theaters might be gone. Because streaming is the way to go. But
Yeah.
now, yeah, a lot of, like, Shang-Chi
I don't know though.
is.
I hope the movies do survive because there's just, although I do have to say the theater that we went to did not have any butter for my popcorn because of a supply chain shortage was what the paper said, and I'm not okay with that. Not
Really?
okay with that.
And Michael has a comment. Jamie, you want to read that one?
He says, I enjoy movies, period. Home or theater, pros and cons to both. And he is 100% correct.
All right. And David says,
He says, darn, she missed shirtless Amel.
no, he was shirtless throughout the whole thing, especially when he's in the ring. And Aviva says that they already got our Shang-Chi tickets. Now, Shang-Chi, from what I understand, is not going to be on Disney Plus. If you want to watch this, you got to go to the theater and see it. Somebody at Disney had said that this movie is an experiment, and they are not going to drop it on Disney Plus. During Free Comic Book Day, we were doing some live
When did
streams.
they announce that? Has it always been that
What?
way? Or was it
What,
recent that
Shang-Chi?
it was only going to
Over the
be in the
weekend, I
theaters?
saw it.
I
Over
wonder
the
if it has
weekend,
anything to do with all this stuff with Scarlett Johansson and the lawsuit from Black Widow and all that stuff.
it's possible. It is quite possible. Now they're saying that Scarlett Johansson is talking to Warner about being a
Yeah, I
DC
saw
hero.
that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of anxious to see which one they're going to be picking for. With Shang-Chi being in the theater now, Angrygeeks were live streaming sometimes we weren't live streaming, and I was talking to a lot of people, especially older comic book fans, about Master of Kung Fu or Shang-Chi, asking how are people wanting to see it, who's interested in it, and it was like 75-25 on who really wanted to go see it. And when I meant by 75-25, 75% of the people were like, not really. When I'm asking why, they were like, it's not what they're used to by the comics. And I was like, wow. When the Master of Kung Fu comic first came out in the 70s, Shang-Chi first was in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, and then he came into his own series, which was Master of Kung Fu. Mike Zeck did a lot of his covers, and Mike Zeck always drew him to look like Bruce Lee. And he had on, instead of a kung fu uniform, he always had on a karate gi. It was a red one with gold trim and everything. But he always drew him looking like Bruce Lee. And I get it. I totally get it. You're never going to get that. And a lot of people are like, no, it doesn't look the same. It may not have the same feel. And part of me definitely wants to see it, but a part of me is also like, maybe it's not going to be like the comics that I loved as a kid. I'm going to definitely give it a shot. I'm going to go to theater and see it. But
it could be one of those ones that surprises you,
Yeah, correct. Michael said 45 days later it will drop on Disney Plus. And Donald says there were what?
He says, but they were supposed to release Black Widow in theaters only, so can we really believe them?
True. Very true. And Joe McDonald
says, I don't see Marvel having a film hit until Spider-Man. Afraid how do you say it? Shang-Chi and Eternals are going to be BOC office disasters. I'm kind of looking forward to Eternals. I saw the preview when we saw Suicide Squad. My kid's really excited about it. So,
well, my thing with the Eternals is people really going to buy into it? I mean, if they were around when the whole snap happened,
yeah,
are people going to buy? Well, if they're so powerful, why didn't they step up to the plate? Instead of letting Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange do all the heavy work, why didn't they step up to the plate? Okay, and especially if they're going to be bringing in Squadron Supreme, as they're saying, why didn't they step up to the plate? So I don't know if people are going to buy into that. So I think they're.
I think it's going to be the two fan bases. You're going to have the movie fan base that probably isn't going to really care because they just like the movies. And then you're going to have the comic fan base with all those questions.
Okay. Michael says Marvel equals no true disasters. ... Yet. Um, well, how do you feel, Michael? You can answer this in the comment. How do you feel about Black Widow? That's a 50-50 right there. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't like it. And Joe McDonald, Jamie, this
Hey,
one's for you.
if they can tie these two films into past or future MCU, maybe. I think fans don't know enough to embrace them.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm coming back. The dog
All
is
right.
getting in the
And
thing
this is
she's
why
not
she didn't
supposed
like
to have.
this is why she missed parts of Suicide Squad and didn't like Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, because Nero
Yes.
is now trying to eat fish food.
And Aviva says I'm a fan of both and enjoy it all. Yeah, see, that's the difference. Aviva is a good point. She is kind of like me. All right. She and Mark embrace everything, love everything, can't get
Yeah.
enough of everything. But it does come to a point where there are certain things that just break your heart. And I said this time and time again, where Jonah Hex just like destroyed me. They took one of my all-time favorite characters and made a mockery of it, and it's just like awful. Then you also have the Hulk. Eric Bana's movie was awful, but then Richard Norton movie was fantastic. So it was like, well, it's they do good, and then they do bad. So
Can you
there
do Nero
is that
breathing?
catch 22. Yeah, I do.
He sounds like
Mike
Darth Vader.
and Michael comes back. People were expecting superpowered. I feel I enjoyed it a lot.
Well,
Well,
and I think Michael's right. And I enjoyed Black Widow, and I already talked to Jess. I'm going to go see it with him in the theater because he hasn't seen it yet. And I think, again, like Suicide Squad, I mean, I liked Black Widow when I saw it at home, and I'm probably going to like it more after I see it in the theater.
I agree. Now I love the Black Widow. I thought it was great, but then
Yeah.
as Michael said, we were expecting more superpowered. But then again, you have is that the
And this
fair
was,
weather fan talking, Mike? I know you're
yeah.
not. No, I know Michael's not a fair weather fan. But what I'm saying is, do you think what Michael's comment right there is that the fair weather fan thinking, "Oh, I want more superpower"?
I don't
Because
know because like when I saw it, I I always went into this with the mentality that this is her origin story. So I didn't have that, in my mind that it was going to be a superhero movie, you know.
okay, no, I get it. I mean,
So I mean, at
I
least that
viewed
was
it.
my take on it. So I didn't go into it like like I wasn't disappointed because I didn't see, any super anything. I
Okay,
kind of
no,
liked that they showed that like she was just like it was more of a human aspect. Sorry, now go.
no, I totally agree.
I'm just kidding.
When I started watching Black Widow, I went into it as a spy movie because that's what Black Widow
Yeah,
was. And then again, I'm educated. I know the character. I know she's espionage. I know the history, such as Joe McDonald would, or Michael, or Aviva, or Mark. I I know what to expect. The only thing that
right.
threw me off about the whole movie, and I said it when we reviewed the movie months ago,
Yeah,
was Taskmaster. That was the
right.
only thing I did not like how they handled. I was like, what the hell was
Yeah.
that? That was the only thing I did not like, but it fit for the movie. Okay, fine. That was it. Um, Now we got some comments we got to get caught up on. Aviva says that we still need a better Hulk, more and better Hulk. I don't know. I think Hulk in Endgame was fantastic. I love the Professor Hulk. Um, are you done?
Sorry, I'm just haven't
um,
recovered from my weekend.
I uh, I don't know. Ed Norton's Hulk was a fantastic movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And when he said Hulk smash at the end, I got goosebumps. I That is by far, I thought, a superior Hulk film. Michael says, plus wasn't really Natasha's movie. It was the origin of the other widow. I don't know. Um, I don't know if I agree with that, Mike. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
quite
don't. I
sure.
don't think I do either. I um. I think it was Natasha.
Yeah,
I mean, it
and
had to
Joe
do. I mean, her
McDonald.
sister was in it, but Joe
Yeah,
says I personally wanted BW to be about Budapest.
yeah, because they brought it up so much. I mean, for the
They
past 10
did, yeah.
years. Dave Campbell says more Cap 2 than Guardian or Thor. And Donald is asking me a question. Lewis, did you expect them to kill off Black Widow? Um, Maybe Disney foreseen the future. They had Mickey put on the sorcerer hat from Phantasm and saw what the future was, and they
Fantasia,
said, "Kill it!"
Phantasm.
Yeah, I said
Whoa.
Phantasm. Yes, Fantasia. Excuse me. No, no, I did not see them killing her off. I also didn't see them killing off Iron Man or what they did with Captain America because no, I did not see them doing either any of those three items. But things happen. But then again, this is comic books. This is comic book movies. Anything can happen, especially now with the multiverse and the time stone.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, anything can happen. We've already proved that with Loki. But Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, will never be back. That much we can say. Disney blackballed her. And the way Disney's buying up things, she better hope they never buy Warner Brothers because she won't be working ever again. She'll be on the outside looking in. Joe McDonald says we need a Hulk film based on Al Ewing's run. Oh, that would be awesome. And Donald, Jamie, you want to read that one while I pull up another one?
Yeah, he says, do you think they will continue Black Widow with her sister?
Yeah, and Hawkeye, from what we understand, it's going to be in the Hawkeye TV series that she's gonna be in. That's what I heard, and yeah, so I think that's where she's gonna be ending up. Her sister's gonna be the White Widow will be in Hawkeye because when Contessa showed up at the end of Black Widow, and Black
Right.
Widow was put back constantly because of COVID, and that really screwed things up. I mean, well, a lot of movies were pushed back because of COVID. You know,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 84 was pushed back, and so it was just insane. So I
Insane.
don't know. And David Campbell said,
Yeah, David. Yeah, he says trying to survive at her measly 10 to 15 million. That is exactly what I thought when he goes, yeah, she'll be on the outside looking in. Like she still has more money than all of us in this thing put together. So, I think she's going to be okay if she doesn't work a day for the rest of her life.
and Michael says,
And
keep an
Michael
eye
says,
on Val.
yeah,
Really
really
excited.
excited.
Okay. What? What are you referencing? Are you talking about the Val Kilmer documentary? Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know.
Michael, is that what you're talking about? For those of you listening on the Earplug Podcast Network, Michael J is saying keep an eye on Val. Really excited. So I'm not sure if he's talking about the Val Kilmer documentary that is on. I am not sure. We have another question. You want to read that
Donald
one,
wants to
Jamie?
know if you can do another podcast on collecting comic books soon. I'm just getting into it more.
Yes, for sure, definitely, we will do that. This is just a PSA right now. This is our last show until we return from Colorado Springs Comic Con. So this is our not our fond farewell. This is not our last show, but our last show until we get back from Colorado. But we will do another show about collecting comics for sure. And
Faux
Joe McDonald,
show!
yes. Joe says, I think he meant Val White Widow. Oh, okay. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely keep an eye on Val. Definitely. Because she's going to be definitely in Hawkeye, definitely in season 2 of Captain America and Winter Soldier for sure. I believe. Definitely. And thank you, Donald. We will be traveling separate, but meeting up very, very soon right afterwards.
P.S. I might
Jamie,
die.
what are you excited for Colorado?
I don't know. Seeing everybody.
Seeing everybody. I mean,
I'm really like, I can't get out of my mental fog enough to really like think about what I want to enjoy because I'm so stressed about the plane and losing my luggage and my costume not fitting and then not having any clothes because they're going to lose my luggage and being sick because I get car sick and then being sick because of altitude sickness. And so, yeah, if I don't get sick and they don't lose my luggage, I'll be very happy.
Joe McDonald says, DMD, baby. Can't wait. So many people want to see you and DMD with a picture together. We are definitely going to make that happen. And Sue Soares is actually working on something very special. And
don't get me more stressed out.
The Denver Airport Demon Horse, David Campbell.
What does that mean?
We are Denver. You have to remember, Dave, we are Colorado Springs virgins. We have no idea what you guys are.
And I'm actually flying into Colorado Springs. So.
Oh, and Donald says, congratulations.
Thank you, Donald.
On the top 5.
I don't even know how that happened. Somebody was drunk that day. But thank you.
What? Yes, Joe. Don't you follow the Angrygeeks show page? It was like we shared it everywhere. Jamie was for her Hella cosplay, in the top 3 actually.
Yes,
in the
number
world
3.
Or in the US. Number 3. Yes, and it was just amazing. Yeah. You missed a horse then. Okay. Michael says, have fun.
I don't want to miss the horse. I'm already going to miss my own horse.
Will you shut up, David? You rock your cosplays. Look at that. And Joe McDonald says,
yeah,
I meant to
comment.
Okay.
Come here, you. Come here.
All right, Jamie, why don't you tell everyone where they can find us each and every week, please?
You can find us at theangrygeekshow.com or on Facebook and Instagram at The Angry Geeks. You can find me at thatwonderwoman.1 everywhere.
And our t-shirts will be up and ready for sale shortly with our newest one that actually Jamie herself is designing, and this one is going to be.
Well, I'm not designing it. You're like giving me way too much credit.
It's your idea.
It was my idea.
You're picking out the pictures, so technically you're designing it. We will see you all. We will see you all live from Colorado Springs Comic-Con. So be safe, travel safe, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.